So I downloaded an app called Wifi Mine after some of you have asked me about it, and within just a few minutes of signing up and watching a few video ads, I had apparently earned $23. Sounds great, right? Well, stick around because what happened next is exactly why I decided to make this video. My name is Mikael, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how the Wifi Mine app works, how I supposedly earned more than $23 within minutes, and most importantly what happened when I kept testing it further. Because on the surface it looks like one of those apps where you can earn really quickly, but once you dig a little deeper there are some things you definitely need to be aware of before spending any time on it. I'll show you the whole process step by step and give you my honest opinion so you can decide for yourself whether Wifi Mine is actually worth your time or not. So let's start by talking about who can join, and Wifi Mine is an app. It's only available for Android devices, so just keep that in mind. If you are on an iOS device and you want to earn, I'll leave a link in the top corner. I also have a video about the best options for that. But when it comes to countries, they don't have a list of the exact countries, but it does look like you can join from more or less all countries. But before doing that, please watch this full video so you know what you can realistically expect. So let me now log in and then we'll take a closer look. So I am now logged into the Wifi Mine app, and just to make you aware that as soon as you open it the first time, actually even before I was able to get to see what was inside, there were ads popping up. Personally, I really dislike that when an app or website is so aggressive that they just bombard you with ads before you even know what's going on there. So that's just one thing that I want to make you aware. That gave me kind of a bad experience right away, but I did get $10 into my account just for signing up, and then I could double it just by watching an ad. So that means that within a few seconds basically I had earned $20. Then after that I could check in and had to watch another ad, and this all was actually before I even was able to get an inside look, and before doing that I supposedly earned $23 right away that I could see in my account, and you can still see them up here. So it seems like a really great start, but of course I decided to test it further. If you watch my videos before, you know that I have tested hundreds of methods, so I know when to dig deeper, and in this case there was just some things that didn't quite make sense. So the first thing is the earning method itself, because it says here that you just have a Wi-Fi network and then you can claim, so you can claim earnings basically just by clicking here. You can earn, but what are you actually doing? Because it doesn't really make sense, this whole thing. What are you doing with Wi-Fi? I'm basically just watching an ad now here. The ad is over. I just have to go to Google Play. Then I can go back here and then have to wait a few more seconds, and then I can close it down. And then you can see, then I earned 140 coins. So sometimes I earn coins, sometimes I earn dollars. I can then double it if I want to do that. I will then earn twice as much, of course, there, or at least that's what will go into my account. We'll talk about whether you can actually get it out or not later. And these earning methods, they just don't make sense, because you see here they have like speed test reward, Wi-Fi security reward, Wi-Fi position reward, battery guardian reward. Like, it's not really like any real test, in my opinion anyway, and experience here. It's just ways to get you to watch ads so they can make money, and they just, instead of saying that you're just watching ads and earning, because then you would probably know that these high earnings are not realistic, then they make it sound fancy with checking your Wi-Fi, speed test, all these different things. But all you're doing is basically just to watch ads. Like, these earning methods don't make sense, because whenever you find an earning website, an app, you have to ask yourself, why would they pay me for this? Like, watching ads, it's clear that they have advertisers, they maybe pay them, but they will not pay a lot. You can kind of figure that out. I have talked about that many times when it comes to earning by watching ads. But why would they pay you to do like a speed test of your Wi-Fi? Things like that. There are some unusual methods sometimes where you can earn, but then they need to explain more. And here they don't explain anything. They just bombard you with ads. So it's very clear that their way of monetizing is by getting you to watch ads. That's how they earn. But also these earnings here that I earned, you can see here, more than $32 in just maybe 10 minutes or something like that. I just know that by watching ads, that's just not realistic. But what I have also noticed, and what I've also heard from a lot of other people that have tested, is that you do earn this much here at first, but then it will go lower and lower, and it will be harder and harder to earn. And that means it will suddenly, when you get closer to the payout threshold, be extremely hard to earn anything. So you think that you're getting very close to the payout threshold, but you just suddenly basically earn nothing. So it will become extremely hard to end up reaching it, and thereby also become very difficult to get paid. But speaking of getting paid, let's talk a little bit more about that. So I have now jumped to the payout section here, and here's a couple of other red flags, because I can see that I've earned some coins that are worth around $6 and I have $32 there, but it doesn't say anything else. Like when a website or an app doesn't show you exactly what the threshold is, what are the payout options, that's always a huge red flag. But when you scroll down, you can see that you actually can get paid supposedly when you've earned $50. So that's another red flag. An app, I've tested hundreds, and $50 payout threshold, it's just extremely high. I've seen it a few times, a legit app or website offer that, but it's extremely rare. And you see, I just click there and it just says your balance is insufficient. Go ahead and do task. Yeah, but how can I get paid? Why are they not telling me that? That's just so strange. And again, they just have ads plastered everywhere. So it's a terrible experience. You have no idea about the payout terms and all that, but it's very clear based on my test that the main idea here for them is to just get you to watch ads and to then get you to give up before you will actually ever reach the payout threshold. And I'm not the only one saying this. Let's just jump and look at what a few other people are saying also. So I have just jumped to the reviews on Google Play, and I'm careful to ever believe reviews on pages like this or Trustpilot or whatever, because they can be faked, and they often are. And if you actually look here, it does look like they have really great ratings. They have 4.5 and they have more than 8,000 reviews supposedly. But when you actually look at the reviews, then you can see there are a lot of 1-star ones. Then there's a lot of 5-star ones, but they are very superficial, and there are a ton of them right after each other. And I just know also that it's not natural for an app that is not more known or famous like this to get this many organic reviews. So there's something suspicious going on here. This many here, cool, love it, awesome app, so far so good, 5-star, 5-star, 5 stars. It doesn't make sense. And then you have all these 1-star again saying once you approach the minimum withdrawal, you don't earn anything. And then somebody, a 5-star, easy to use. See, there's no details, very suspicious here. And again, also someone here says it there again, superficial, 5-star reviews bombarded everywhere. So that's why you cannot always trust the average rating here. You need to look at it and see, do the reviews actually make sense? And what you can see is if you just sort it by the star rating, the 1-star ratings, then you can see you will be wasting time. You're not able to withdraw. When you reach the minimum threshold or get closer, you won't earn anything. And you see somebody here is just 5 cents to get the $50 to cash out, and just keeps earning nothing whenever he watches ads or do anything. So you can see a ton of people are saying this, and based on my experiences after years of testing apps, it's very clear that this is not an app I would recommend. It's very, very unlikely you will be able to get paid. You will just spend a ton of time, because I just know that it's not realistic for an app to pay this much here for watching ads. In general, you will not earn a lot by watching ads. There are legit platforms that will do that, but you will sometimes have to maybe watch 1,000 ads to earn $1. But if you really insist on earning that way, because I do know some people really love that, then I will leave a link below to a list I have on my website of the best pay-to-click websites. Just don't expect to earn a lot, but at least those ones I know that you will earn, and that they definitely do pay, and they're very transparent about what you can expect. And if you want to earn from your phone in general, I also do have a video, I'll leave it here on the screen next to me, about the best ways to earn by playing games. So you can watch that next if you want some inspiration about some other ways to potentially earn that, in my opinion, are way better. This one definitely one I would stay away from. If you have other opinions, experiences, please just feel free to share it in a comment below. And finally, if this video helped you, make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.